isn't that on, railroad property?
No, it's right
It's
of way.
It's just-
outside of the.
It's near the railroad, it's just
Yeah.
the location is
Okay.
okay more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the
depends.
one, Roman's on, what's that, isn't it? Yeah.
it depends on if it's in the right of way or
Yeah.
not. If it's outside the right of way, then it's just similar to a
Yeah.
normal one. If it's actually within the right of way, then you have to deal with.
Did you get what I said on your desk?
Yes, I
Okay,
did.
alright,
It's in here ready to be.
okay.
Yeah, I just didn't know how that would all work, because I know like you can't touch roads when it's on, railroad property, things like that.
You can, you just gotta ask forgiveness and admission.
That's one way.
Jack's not up yet.
He'll be. Those beavers cause it.
Marge, Jack don't
Joey's-
have any requests, we can hand the
Do you
requests
want to
out.
pass them out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Carter's getting antsy over there to look at his
He did a
request.
very good job, I would say. Those beavers.
I already looked at them.
Yeah.
I know where all of them
You
are.
gotta sign them, yeah. I thought that was good baptism by fire.
Yeah,
You had quite a few.
there was one beaver dam I have not seen.
Well, have you been trapping them beaver, Carter?
I have not been tracking beavers.
You better
no.
get out, you know, that
I-
your predecessor not only did
I
the
know.
request, but he trapped
He
them.
also trapped them, yeah.
Yeah, he also
I know,
trapped
I
them.
got big shoes to fill in that,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, those beavers are quite something.
yeah.
oh, we were gonna, Ryan Webster was gonna take me out in the pasture on.
Oh, look at you, even have a map.
We never did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Heard a piano string
Thank ya.
with snare wire.
yeah. You should have plenty of that around. Thank you.
Carter, you have more than the two of them put together.
What's that?
You have more than the two of those put together.
It's your
For
lucky,
today,
it's your
yeah.
lucky day.
Excited jackpot.
Big winner.
I was waiting all year for a request. Here we go, I got what I wished.
Only took 4 months.
That's right.
4.5.
There.
Give them all the credit.
I had one.
Did you have one?
Yeah,
I had
I did
one
one
before.
first.
Oh.
I'm assuming that Dornberg did this already.
He will if he has.
Okay.
Are
I
we
called
waiting?
him
Gonna
to
wait
make
for
sure
Jack
he
to
did.
come up or-
I don't know, we can, you wanna read off your request, Carter?
Sure.
They're all in the packet,
Oh,
so it's
yeah,
not like
yeah.
it's anything you
Okay,
wouldn't see.
I had requests for drainage district number 116, number 7, open ditch. Beaver dams were trapped and need removed. Actually, the beavers were trapped, dams need removed. It's for Al Lubenthal and, Sherman, where's that? Sherman section 11, northwest part of section 11. And then I have a request from Norman Hintz, in section 24 of Sherman Township, District 68, number 8. And again, another beaver dam that needs to be removed, and then another beaver dam that needs removing in section 30 of Laverne Township, Drainage District 76, number 9, from Virginia Hefty. And then I have a request from Dave Rollman in District Humboldt Kossuth 2, sub 2, lat H, number 12, and section 29 of Garfield Township, a broken tile by the railroad. And I have a request from Quinn Dahlhauser on PAK 1, open ditch, number 14, and section 8 of Whittemore Township. There's an outlet pipe that is broken off on the south side of the open ditch, needs repaired or replaced. And that is all I have for requests.
You could have some more if you wanted. Kyle?
Number 10 is in Ramsey section 3 for Richard Paulson. Got a couple things listed here, surface intake in the fence line has a large washout, and then a broken tile out in the field, it looks like. Then 13, Lincoln 23 for Doug Murrah, broken tile. That's what I got.
Do you wanna put somebody on the repair to do them?
The one for Doug Murrah's already done. Have to go look at one for Paulson, see from there. I'll let Marge know.
How about you, Carter?
For beaver dams, Reitzels, those three. The other two, I'll get back to you on those two.
Yeah, I had request number 11. It's large washout in the waterway, Dan Hansen. And I've already talked to you about taking care of it. And the one that we had last year. And number 15, Jesse Hanselman. And we got Dornber ink on it. So, and that's in Burt Township, section 34. Do I have a motion for the supervisors to take care of their requests? I gotta keep this.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second on the floor. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Anything, Marge, to do with drainage? More.
Nathan, did you get a hold of Nathan Grimm now?
Yeah, I told him that, yeah.
Okay,
On DD4, before we settle that, we still had that issue with the bridge flanks with that attorney.
And that'll go with the completion hearing.
Okay, but just so we don't forget it.
Yep, it's in the file.
Okay.
Together.
this one for me or for you? If I keep this?
Yeah, you can keep it
Okay,
if
okay.
you want, if you want.
Anything else for Marge? Thank you, Marge. Appreciate it.
Marge, actually, one thing Jim Bonstetter from West Bend,
Yes, that
Did-
was,
did he contact you?
yes.
Okay, issue with,
So
another landowner potentially draining water, or desiring to drain water into a district that he potentially is not part of.
Yeah, part of his land, I'm not sure of the actual location,
I need to go look at it, but
and maybe talk to Erpelding is doing it and find out what they're doing, so I'm not sure which direction it's actually
Purplings are
going.
doing it? Oh,
I
okay,
think so.
okay. So, need to figure that out.
Yeah,
Anything else for Marge?
You got your white copy signed, Carter?
Oh, I didn't sign it, well. No, I do not.
You don't have them signed yet?
Oh,
Signed with the
I was
carbon
signed
copy.
before.
Signed, sealed, and
Give me a
delivered?
minute, you just keep going.
We're gonna have
You can give 'em-
discussion,
You can give them Marge after the meeting.
Yeah,
that's
alright,
Yeah.
I'll bring them to you, Marge.
discussion with the auditor.
Okay, so, yes.
You don't have to leave yet, Marge, you gotta get signed.
I said I'd take them.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so, for next week, I have a lot on the agenda already.
Oh, 11, okay.
So next week we have our budget hearing at 8:30. We have a discussion with B&W Brush Control, for quotes for drainage.
Okay.
We have to set the date and a time for the budget amendment hearing, which I'm proposing for Tuesday, May 16th at 8:30 AM. So I'm hoping to get you some more information, on what needs amending, and I'll email you, some stuff and then this coming week. We'll approve a 3-year contract with Cost Advisory Service for 2022, or 2023, 24, and 25. That's a thing we do every 3 years. Approve quarterly reports for auditor, recorder, sheriff, and veterans affairs. We'll approve elected official compensation schedules by resolution. and adopt the resolution for the budget if approved. And then, of course, the budget hearing itself. And that's everything I have on the agenda so far for next week. I'll be gone on Friday for some doctor's appointments. I'm asking you guys if you'll all be available to attend the department head meeting on May 4th. I have talked to, a couple supervisors that wanna talk to the department heads about courthouse hours. And the possibility of maybe changing some courthouse hours,
On May 4th,
May 4th.
what time?
It starts at 9 o'clock.
Thursday, May 4th.
Yep, and I'll put it on your calendars, also. But if you would, be able to be there, as a full board, I'll make sure it's on the agenda for that week as well. I know a board member or two, would like to see the courthouse hours changed, and possibly, the elimination of paid lunch hour. And that's just something they wanna talk to the department heads about, so, if you wanna be thinking about that a little bit. We did have a conversation with a payroll attorney regarding EMS. The payroll attorney, we sent him a copy of the contract with the city of Algona as requested, and the payroll attorney, agreed that that didn't make any changes in his opinion. If anything, it solidified his opinion even more because it did not break out anything at all about, sick leave, vacation leave, or anything. So, in his opinion, that's not a road that we probably wanna go down. Roger and Jack were in on that conversation with the payroll attorney as well, so they were able to talk to him also. Anything else, Jack or Roger, did I need to say anything?
Open enrollment on Wednesday, May 3rd.
Yes,
Don't forget.
yeah, and I think that's on your
Okay.
calendars,
Is that,
That, we need to be at that too.
yes, every employee
Nine,
is
9
required.
and 9:30 or 1 to 1.
Oh, I do have that in the calendar. Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, if
I
you,
don't have that on here.
is it on the one, on the,
Board, not on the board calendar, I don't think, no.
it's not? I thought I put it
I don't
there.
see it on my phone here, and that's synced with both.
I have wellness day 30 that day too, so I'll already be here.
What?
I have wellness that day at 8:30, so I'll already be here.
Oh, perfect.
so Wednesday 9? At 9 AM?
I
I'll have
wrote
to
down
look.
10, but you
I'll
know,
have to look.
9 to 9:30 and 1 to 1:30.
yeah.
I wrote down 9 originally.
We don't have to go to both, right?
No, just
Okay,
one.
just choose one, okay. And that is Wednesday the 3rd.
Tuesday, Jack and I get to go at 5 o'clock.
It is on the board calendar.
It is
Mm-hmm. May 3rd.
next Tuesday at 5 o'clock for old people,
Oh.
if you wanna go listen.
Oh,
See if I
something,
got-
uncheck
let's see if
that.
I got that now. Where is, that is April.
So, yeah,
Oh,
and let's see,
Yeah, 5 o'clock, I got it down.
and then, I think that's all I have.
That's it?
That's it, I think, unless you guys can think of anything from what we talked to the payroll attorney about, that I think that was
Think of
it, just the
anything.
sick leave. Okay.
No, Jackie, think of anything else we talked about?
No, we just talked about, how we could look at, making the courthouse work the same Cause you know, what he talked about was, you know, when we talked about changing wages and, you know, fairness, and he says, well, how about the courthouse, they work 35 hours a week and everybody else in town works 40. You know, that's not right.
Mhm.
And so we just wanted to find out if there's any way of doing that. And he says, yeah. It can be done.
Yeah.
And they could leave it up to department heads to staff their offices any way they wanted.
Yeah.
If they wanted to, you know, have somebody come in at 8 and somebody come in at 7 or whatever, you know, they can figure out how to staff it.
He did say that, what we have to remember is that the elected officials or department heads are in charge of their own departments. So they set what hours their employees work.
And he said that if the department head decided not to go along with it, they can shut their doors at 4 o'clock, just like they are now. That's gonna be up to the electorate if they wanna, you know, have that person in charge of
That's why,
that office down the road.
that's why he suggested you talk to the department heads as a board and let them know what you're thinking, so you get a consensus of how they feel about it before going forward with any
Now you
decisions.
guys, you know, how that all came to be was years ago, I don't know how many years, but quite a few. The courthouse used to be open on Saturday mornings from 8 to 5. Then the board decided they were gonna keep it open on Saturday, they wanted to close.
8 till noon.
8 to noon. But when they did that, they didn't change the hours for the week.
Okay.
They left them the same, but what they should have done was change the hours from 8 to 5, but they didn't. And that's how they got set up with 35 hours a week.
Okay.
But the way.
When would have that changed? Do we know what year?
A long
Before
time
Jack got
ago.
on the
Oh,
board.
yeah.
A long
My
time
grandpa
ago.
was probably on the board
Yeah.
back then, I know.
It was a really long time
probably
ago.
30 years ago.
Yeah, I didn't know.
More than that, because I've been here 24 years and I've never heard of
Yeah.
that, so you told me a couple
Like
weeks
in-
ago.
Joe Ram, Bob Sink days.
Well, not before Bob Sink.
Yeah,
I took
before Bob Sink.
Sink's
Oh, okay.
I was here when Bob Sink was here,
Oh,
so.
okay.
But it's,
Let's go back to John Road.
but he says he says to have an hour paid lunch, he says that's just not, he doesn't understand how that can be done.
We'd be back, I think I can tell you the date, it'd be about 1970.
I'm gonna say back in 70, maybe even earlier than that, 68.
Because that's when the county workers got Saturday off. They used to work 60 hours a week, 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, and then they dropped Saturdays. And that was about 1970, 69, somewhere in there.
And then, they had a little discussion with Doug after we left on the insurance, he said he really felt like we should raise that deductible at least to $750 and $1,000. He said, we gotta keep this thing solvent. You know, the opposite of that is not a good scenario if it, you know, if it goes defunct someday.
Well, it's pay me now or
And I
pay
just did,
later.
a little quick calculation on my own, but, you know, it's, if we have to raise the revenue $500,000 a year, there's 15,000 taxpayers in the county, that's $33, so a family of 5 is gonna pay $150 a year more in taxes. We don't expect the employees to, we're more worried about the employees maybe having to pay a couple $100, but we don't give a crap about the taxpayers paying $150 a year more.
I think we care about it, we just wanna make sure our employees have enough notice and are aware of
I
what's happening.
understand that.
Trying to balance too.
I don't know that that's a
But it's
real
more
apples
important
to
that
apples
we keep, it's more
comparison.
important that we keep this program solvent. What the alternative isn't very pretty. You know, not having insurance or having to buy it through ISAC and pay $2,500 a month, and then you'd have to charge the employees $600 a month for it.
Carter,
Just something I wanted to throw out there, you know, Doug was kinda hoping that maybe we would have done a little something.
I mean,
you done, Jack? I'm not trying to cut you off.
No, I'm done.
Okay, Carter?
Yeah, I had no meetings this week, just, making some tile and, yeah, nothing too major this week.
Yeah.
I got some stuff to talk to Marge about down by West Bend, like we were talking.
Yeah, I'm with Board of Health tomorrow, and which hopefully we'll have a quorum this time, and we'll pass that,
Yeah, see if you can get it passed, I'd hate to take it out
I
of there,
told them last meeting, we have to have this done.
yeah. Even if you have to call them to get a quorum.
Yes.
Oh.
Well,
Sorry, Jay.
oh boy.
I was just saying, just, I did have a gentleman in Laverne, asked me to go for a ride with him, and he took me over to Divine Wildlife Area there, right at Jigsaw Corner there.
Yep.
Just west of there, and that's getting, and I gotta talk to Doug about that, but that's getting pretty bad, or, the road, just with, it's not graded, or I don't know how often it's graded, or it just needs gravel back there, and there's a bunch of stuff that needs cleaned up, and when we were at our, that waste management meeting, there was that group that wanted to come in and clean up something in the county. It might be a good opportunity if they are still wanting to do something, cause there's a lot of people that fish there, and he was just driving me around showing me stuff, and yeah, it needs some work down there, to keep up that park. It's probably not the most kept up park in the county.
Is that under the conservation umbrella?
As far as, well, there's a gravel, there's 2 gravel roads per se, they're not
Right.
roads, but I don't know whether that would fall under, that's why I wanted to talk to Doug, who would that fall under?
I do not know who takes care of that.
Yeah,
I don't know either.
but I did have that, I
Why
guess.
don't you talk to Doug, and if the road department's supposed to do it, we'll have the road department bladed at least.
Right,
But if the conservation department's supposed to do it, then
and
get
I'll talk
after
to
them.
Kendall and,
Yeah,
cause it was pretty rough there, so.
okay.
I forgot to ask him earlier. I'm done.
You're done. Mr. Vector.
Did you
That's
say
the-
Vector?
Vesta.
Mixing 2
I
languages.
had no meetings, but, one thing I kinda wanted to bring up is, just kinda got the idea from how Dan Green is advertising for, members for his commission. Would it be possible to put an advertisement in to appoint a person for the Regional Housing Authority? Or is that not something that we would?
Like in the
advertise on?
paper? you mean?
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
problem is the cost, cause it's expensive to put
Is
that
it?
stuff in.
Okay.
It's like usually over $100 per ad.
okay,
So that would be my only concern, would be the cost for an appointment, but I'm not saying you can't do it.
No.
That would be my only thought.
yeah,
We
and
don't-
that's why I wanted to ask.
It would have to come out of supervisor's budget. If they don't have a budget for it,
Yeah,
there's no
they're-
category.
Right,
There's no line.
no, just wanted that thought, just in case we do struggle to find someone, but. Other than that,
Mr. Stecker.
I didn't have any committee meetings, mostly just drainage, pipeline stuff, so.
Had a Region 2 DOT policy meeting last Wednesday. So far in the last, I think it was 5 years, they spent $102,561,000 in roads in Region 2. Highway 3 is gonna get pulled in place this summer. Highway 69, they're gonna do an overlay over the bridge that hasn't been rebuilt. They're still working on the Super 2 between Britt and Garner, they aren't quite done with that yet, and then all the way to Algona, they're looking at improving some of it yet from Algona to Wesley. I don't know if it's gonna get done, it's a $2.7 million project. So you might have more road construction this summer.
Well, what they did by Wesley is really nice, and
It is.
I know it was a pain, but when I had to drive it, but it is very, very nice, it was worth it.
No, I like the idea of the Super 2. It makes a nice road.
Mhm.
And it'll be good when they get it done all the way to Spencer.
That's in the 5-year work plan, but we're running out of money again. Cause everything's costing more, not only the same as what we have in the county, the state has the same problems.
Yeah.
Cost more money to do everything than it did a year ago.
What exactly is the Super Two?
It's an alternating passing lane, so you still have your 2 lanes
Turn
But-
lanes,
passing
yeah, and turn.
And turn
and turn
lanes.
lanes
And
too,
turn lanes.
but it's, one side will get a
It's not a
second
4-lane
lane.
highway.
It's
but
not, it's
you have
not 4
sections
lane.
of 2 on one
Kind
side.
of like what they have by Ventura, you know, what they have
Right.
west of Ventura, they have that where you can
Okay.
pass.
Kinda like what goes down to Fort Dodge too, for
Yeah, and
that
then
passing
Yeah,
lane.
Right.
yeah,
In Webster
mhm,
County.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
the other
Al-
side of Garner, we
alternating
have
passing
that
lanes.
double lane on the right side for slow traffic,
Yeah.
that's
I've just never heard it called that before.
Super two,
Yeah, that's what they call
That's
it.
what they call
Yeah.
it,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
And then by Wesley, they have that,
just means they got a
Turning
turning
lane.
lane, or they got
passing
slow
lane.
traffic lanes,
Yeah.
passing lanes and turning lanes.
Yeah, that's helpful.
it is,
Yeah.
it's nice.
And then we okayed a water trail down on a river, and so far this year, they spent $1 million funded through the DNR on water trails.
That's a
Yeah.
water trail.
That's where you get on your kayak or your canoe and paddle down. This one's on the Cedar River.
It's a designated area,
Right.
river,
It,
like a bike trail, only it's.
right, only
it's
they
on the river.
have a place where you can pull your car
Yeah.
off and park it and
Ah.
put the
Yeah.
And I
The
think they
canoe
go in
or
and
whatever you wanna call it, into the
trees and
water.
stuff out.
Designated
Hamilton
recreation
County has a
area.
couple
Right.
of them.
Yeah, like Jack was saying, they clean the trees and
Right, and
dredge
I
parts of it that are too shallow and things like that.
thought that'd be an excellent idea by Algona, because we
Yeah.
have Des Moines River there that is impassable with a
Yeah.
canoe or anything because of all the trees in
Yeah.
it. So I don't know if you,
And the river's always high there.
Yeah.
Kaylee and I were gonna try and maybe try and go from Laverne on Prairie Creek down to Renwick or something, just for
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
but
See how far we get.
I thought that would be a recreation area for Algona or
That's a
for
good
Kossuth
idea.
County,
I like that idea.
so.
I think more and more people are getting into canoeing and stuff.
Well, there's-
And we've got the rental canoes out of the lake that I have seen more and more people going out and renting and
No, for sure.
paddling
I
around.
mean, it's a good 10, 12 feet wide.
Yeah, cause this is on Cedar River. And
Well, by the time we get up there.
it's getting used a lot, so I think it'd be appropriate if we tried to get some state and federal money to do something in Algona.
That'd be good.
Or not even Algona, or any place in the county.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty extensive.
Big parking areas
Yeah, they make parking areas, it's kinda
and,
interesting.
and designate access to the river.
They have some down by Webster City too on like
Yeah, they do.
Briggs Woods area.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, I thought it was kinda interesting how they made parking areas and made it really, really accessible.
Well, it looks like they're gonna even pave them,
Yeah.
the parking areas and stuff, that's pretty big. It's like down at.
Where's this at?
Down by Fort Dodge, there's that.
It's Cedar River, it goes through Charles
St.
City and
Ansgar
then south.
area.
Okay, up that way.
Yeah.
And the DOT does this? No.
Well, you do it through a grant, some of the
Good.
DOT does a little bit of it, and it's funded through the state
I
and
see.
federal grants, and
What are they hoping to have that done?
quite a bit of this is done.
Is it really?
Yeah, they're using most of that already.
Wife and I have a kayak, might go take advantage of that.
But we'd have a big job cleaning the Des Moines River. 'cause it's full of
All the
trees.
trees in there,
Yeah.
a lot of sandbars and trees.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think anybody would wanna be on that river right now as fast as that current is moving.
Yeah.
No, well, they're all going fast right now. Anything else come for the good of Kossuth County? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Plath, second by
Second.
Carter. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?